Welcome, fire signs, to your reading. This is Madelyn, Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. So good to have you here for December 13 through 19, 2020. We're almost done with the year. Anyway, we're moving up to December 21, which is the grand conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. And those two planets will come together from our visibility to 0 degrees. So they'll look very close together on that day in the sky. And they are in Aquarius, and so many people see it as the beginning of the age of Aquarius, and all of those kind of really great energies that are going to be happening. Also on the 21st, we have the winter solstice. So coming in at the time of the winter, the time of rest and refreshment. And also this is getting up ready for December 21st is really a time to be looking inward, preparing our hearts and our minds for a greater surgency, greater awakening of the planet and a raising of the vibration. So each one of us can be a light. It's part of the whole energy in that time period. Okay, so for this next week, there'll be a lot of preparation for that. So I want to take a look at the tarot and the oracles for this coming week. And let's ask for divine guidance and protection on our reading. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to start with the Angels and Oracles deck, and this deck, it is listed down below, and down below I have all the decks that I have and that I enjoy are listed with the way you can get them if you are interested, and then and learn more about them and stuff. And this one is the Angels and Ancestors. And so it really has some beautiful messages that come out to us. And then also, please subscribe to my channel and like the video and comment for me and let me know who you are. Because, you know, if you're an air sign or fire sign that has been, you know, watching these videos pretty much every week, I'd love to hear from you, to know like who my audience is, who I'm reaching out to, because I want to bring hope and healing to those watching, and I'd love to know more about you and who is here watching these videos. Okay, so let's take a look at this deck, and we will put some Reiki energy into the deck. It'll help guide us the right cards. Okay, so the first card is the Moon. So next week, it's going to be a new moon on the 14th. So the 13th through the 19th, 14th, there's a new moon. So we do have that energy. Take note of the intuitive messages. So this week, there'll be some messages coming to you that'll kind of be hidden and you won't know quite as much about. And then Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. And Summer, bask in joy and light. Awesome, beautiful energies there. Okay, so as I was saying, the moon is saying, the fire signs, take note of intuitive messages. Oh, having trouble getting my camera at the right spot today. Okay, there. All right, thank you. Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. Oh, wow. She's like pregnant and she has the Earth. It's really the Earth Mother. And then this, the bee. So, well, obviously, I mean, bees don't procreate in the same way that humans do. And but they still provide a lot of sweetness for us and happiness for us. It could be that some of this reading might be pointing in some ways to the summer, or that as you have gone, going through the winter and then the summer comes. And so some of this reading may be pointing to the summer months, and the moon might be pointing to, the new moon on the 14th, or the full moon at the end of the month. So definitely watch the moon cycles, and also look for intuitive messages coming in. And if you see a bee, you can think of kind of like the joy, sweetness, happiness, and lightness that they offer. And then with the earth, kind of that fire signs is like the importance of the grounding this week, and really getting deep into the heart of the earth and those grounding energies. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot. I want to pull, we're going to pull 3 cards. It's the situation for the week, the thing that you're going to be letting go of, and then the thing that will benefit you, that you can move toward, that will benefit you. So the thing that if you let go of, you'll have kind of like a better week. The thing that if you hold on to or go toward, you'll have a better week. So I like to put REIKI energy into the deck. Okay, so the situation is the 10 of Pentacles. So it's a very prosperous week for you, fire signs. It's also a very grounded week. And I was just talking about, the grounding energy. So spending time on your base chakra, cleansing the base chakra, meditating on the color red, kind of just as you're in meditation, allowing your mind to, see red flowers, red cloth, just red in the world. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So we have 2 knights. So the Knight of Cups is, it could be that during this week, this week of grounding, you have to be careful about water and emotions. And really just spend that time basking in the joy and the light, and kind of avoid those really heavy emotions or coming in. Excuse me. For some of you fire signs, there'll be a romantic offer that you should probably avoid and not take in. I know I have had, I think, 2 romantic offers recently that were not something that I should be involved with. And I think maybe what happens is, as you're just manifesting that joy and happiness into your life, somebody will come and profess their love, but then that's not really the sole purpose or whatever. So, you have to, make sure that you're staying grounded, and that you know what is good for you and what's right for you. And there will be ways this week where you need to move swiftly, move quickly, go forward in a direction that maybe you have been slacking on before, or not sure if you should move before. And now is the time to kind of let the horse out of the gate to start the race. And so, the cup of time this week where you'll know, okay, this is the moment. So it says, follow your intuition. Follow your heart to know when's the time to move, and maybe move away from one of these opportunities that are not really an opportunity for you. And here at Christmas time, there's a lot more things that we kind of have to watch out for, be careful for, or really follow our intuition and our hearts. Okay, fire signs, so let's take a look at some more tarot to talk about and explain these cards. It's kind of funny because I was a little personal. I was married for 13 years, and it was time to let that go and to move on to other things. And it seems that I have kind of two types of people that I tend to attract. And it's people who, former drug addicts who are not currently employed, which is very common. I mean, I'm not, a lot of us aren't currently employed because of the pandemic, but even before that. And then also just kind of a person who doesn't have that kind of like high level of ambition or direction. Like even more than ambitious is ambition, the direct direction. And then the other is those very ambitious people who are scamming you on the internet and telling you that they love you, but they really just want you to have you send them a gift card, whatever, with lots of money on it. So I mean, so it's like, you get tons of these. I mean, everybody, I think, gets the internet scammers, but, some for different times. For me, it's always the romantic type. And so I realized that with the law of attraction, if I say all the time, this is the type that I get, and this is the type that I attract, well, that's who I'll continue to attract and try and get into my life. And so one of the first lessons of the law of attraction, or the first steps toward true, attracting into your life what you want, is instead of saying that, you say, I attract, for me right now, it's somebody who is my equal, my partner, and my lover. And so I attract my equal, my partner, and my lover. And you say that to yourself every day, I attract this person. I'm attracting, I have attracted. In the past tense, I have attracted that person. The person's coming. The opportunity is coming. The situation that you have been longing for is coming. It's developed, it's created. It's in the vortex. It has happened. It's just still coming to you where you are in the time of life where you're at. And so I think that is the lesson that I'm learning is, if you always just say, well, this is the kind of person I attract, well, then that's what you attract. But if you say, I am attracting, and you say what you want to be attracting, this newness, this, I don't want to attract codependency into my life anymore. I want to attract that, independent, yet dependent, but not codependent in the negative sense. Okay, so let's look. We'll do a situation, let go, and benefit. Okay, it's some three really great cards. So the situation is strength. So not only are you being offered like abundance and kind of this ultimate happy family experience this week, but also this strength, this number 8. The strength is the Leo card that there's a lot of yellow in this card. There's the solar plexus coming forward, accepting and taking back your power. And so this week, you'll be given the strength that you need to do the grounding that you need to really have that strength of character to walk into this temperance energy. This beautiful energies of patience and acceptance, and also just like that, the temperance of your life, like the balance balancing, you know, you don't exercise too much, you don't exercise too little, you don't eat too much or too little. You find these ways to balance your life, and you'll be given the strength this week to be able to do that, and to walk away from kind of just staying the same. I mean, look, she's like stuck in this chair. She hasn't moved. And, you know, both of these cards have a lot of movement in them. And so I really feel like this week is going to kind of, and then this card has a ton of movement. So there's a lot of unstuckness and moving forward. Fire signs in a way that you haven't before. You're going to become the prairie fire, the wildfire that just, you know, goes through life, just barely through life, and blows things through, instead of just sitting here kind of stuck in those energies. And so, you know, it's interesting because the situation is the Ten of Pentacles, but you have to be walking away from the Queen of Pentacles. And in this sense, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is more that almost walking away from the stability, you know, walking away from the stable situation to something that feels more like quicksand to you, but really is the place that you need to be right now. And the only way to know that is to follow this, you know, take note of your intuitive messages. Let's get a little more clarification. Let's clarify the Strength card. The Death card. They both have white horses. You know, the Death is all about, you know, letting go of the old to find something new, or, you know, the rotting of the old in order for the new to have something to grow off of, or, you know, to come up into life. And so the energies, you know, the Scorpio, so we have Leo and we have Scorpio. So the Scorpio energies, the willingness to look at the macabre, at the dark side of life, is really going to give you the strength that you need to get the momentum going. And the Death card has a lot of momentum in it too. It's a change of direction. It's a new movement forward. And so in order to do that, you're going to need to be willing to look at some of the harder things in life. Let's explain the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the stuckness. You know, you're done planting seeds. You're done watching them grow. It's time to move. Move into that place, you know, jump into the new. And it's sweet and it's light. And it could be that, you remember I said something about summer, so it could be that all this is happening over the next few months. You know, that as you're planting the seeds and things are beginning to grow, and it may not be this week. You know, it may be the momentum begins this week, but it doesn't get full force for the, you know, to the middle of next year. Okay, so Temperance is this courage. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, in order to get to that temperance, that benefit of the temperance, there's going to be a lot of battles that you're going to be fighting over these next few months. But remember, you know, build this solar plexus strength energy. Strength isn't something that happens just overnight. I mean, you can't go to the gym and for strength training and be an expert the first day you're there. It just doesn't work that way, right? strength is built over time. And that's going to happen for you, is this momentum will begin and you'll have the building, but it'll be the next few months as that is really built up for you. So I hope that this message was a blessing for you, fire signs. And before we go over to the extended, continue the reading with the Mystic Shaman Oracle cards. Mystic Shaman Oracle cards. And they have this great energy in them, and we'll take a card for each one of your signs. So for Leo, for Aries, and for Sagittarius. And so, happy birthday, Sagittarius. All right. So let's take a look at the wellness deck, well-being deck. From Abraham Hicks and the Law of Attraction. Message to take for this week. I choose to be here in this glorious physical body. To be this me has been my choice. So I have chosen to be here. And in this choice, I choose to have these different seasons and times in my life. You choose the opportunity to experience this delicious contrast and to co-create with other joy-seeking beings, to fine-tune the process of deliberate thought. What, where, when, and with whom you create are your choices too. So, there's different ways of looking at kind of why you're here and how you're here and how you've ended up here and where you'll be once you leave. But one of the things I like about this about the Abraham Hicks philosophy is that, rather than every single detail of your life being planned out, it's more that you just came to co-create with spirit. You came to make a beautiful you, and to learn new experiences and to grow. And if you choose to just be an annoying mess the whole time, well, that's what you choose. And if you choose to find happiness and joy, that is the life that you have chosen. So choose wisely and well, because, in the end, happiness is a choice. So fire signs, come on over to the extended. Again, I would love to hear who you are. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. Come over to the extended. The link is below. And also the extendeds are going on to Patreon as well. In a tier. That's the membership tier for the extended that I'm doing. So come on over to those, and I'll see you there.